The month of April has been no doubt a blast for mobile gaming, but today we're going to be shifting gears because May's shaping up to be even bigger, games that are already creating serious buzz. Hello friends, this is Mobile and here are 18 must-play games of May 2026 for Android and iOS.
Simple. Stop the Raven Clan and eradicate the Seed. But don't underestimate your enemies. They grow stronger by the day.
First on the list, it's something of a surprise and the better part of the gaming news has already missed it so far. G.O.R.E is actually landing on mobile this May. And it's kind of a statement to throwbacks. You know, this game comes from that old school mindset where the goal is pretty simple. Walk forward, look cool, destroying everything. No filler, no systems overloaded, it's just pure stylish slashing. You're dual wielding guns with a coffin weapon. It's like God of War and Devil May Cry had a long lost brother here. The only thing is if performance holds up, this could feel crazy. And the catch is just one thing. You're gonna be needing a Crunchyroll membership. Alright, so this took only a decade, but for better or worse, Playdages decided to bring Slime Rancher to mobile. Slime Rancher is now hitting Android and iOS on May 26, and this game already proved itself as some super chill, super addictive, satisfying game for those of you who miss it. However, you're basically running a slime farm on an alien planet, vacuuming up little bounce ball creatures, feeding them, mixing them, turning them into profit. It sounds pretty dumb, plays amazing. Big question right now is the controls, but Playdages usually doesn't miss. On release, it's apparently taking you $7, but it might also come with a try before purchase version as well. Genesis Wars finally starting to roll out, and this one's been quietly building up for a year or so, and it's in soft launch right now, but there's already a lot going on with Genesis War. See, the game is a full tactical with that classic grid-based combat and the look of a Bleach, but it's also mixed with modern gacha collecting where you've got a huge roster, story chapters, and just a bunch of side modes like raids, hunts, and faction missions to keep things moving. Combat is more about positioning and planning than speed, but yeah, it's still a pretty grind-heavy game underneath. The game is coming out April 28th. If you're into strategy and building squads and stuff, well, this one's got that serious depth to it as well.
Time to scrap!
Number 4 with Monster Hunter Outlanders. Telling you, man, this game's not nothing. In fact, it's kind of a big deal. The game's not fully out yet, but the second closed beta just finished, and it proved to be something massive. Like, we're talking full-on open world, real Monster Hunts, camp setups, cooking, the whole Monster Hunter vibe, and just scaled down for your phone. They're adding new hunters, monsters, including exclusive ones for mobile, and from what we've been shown, it's leaning pretty heavy into the MMO, co-op feel. If they land this thing right, this could easily be one of the biggest mobile drops ever when it fully launches. Just keep it in mind, probably coming out by the end of May. On another hand, Off the Road 2 is legitimately shaping up to come off as something bigger than a sequel. It's, first of all, basically the old folks proven to go bigger in every direction. The first game already had that sandbox chaos vibe, but this, it's turning it into a full vehicle playground, like cars, boats, planes, just a massive world. We're not even following tracks, you're just doing whatever you want. If the upgraded physics actually hit, this could feel super satisfying instead of janky, but the big thing is the freedom. More importantly, if they don't fumble performance, this could low-key become one of those games that you just keep installed forever. It's already been a pretty long wait, but NTE, or rather Everness to Everness, is now pulling up to launch. We've seen a lot of mobile GTA but anime attempts lately. However, this thing is going full sin with it, like open worlds, mad mobility, different characters, and now they're just stacking it with collaborations before it's even out. Except the real talk with the game is that this lives or sort of dies on freedom. Like, you're supposed to mess around, roam, and not feel locked behind systems. It could be huge, So if it turns into a gacha sim with just a city skin, that would be where things could fall apart. Still, April 29 is close, and this might be one of the biggest mobile launches this year if it sticks the landing. Now, for those of you who actually been waiting, Aeon 2 is now coming back in 2026 for PCs. Might be something you wanted to consider because the folks behind the mobile game are now bringing it to desktop with a heavier package with cross-platform support as well. So you can just hop back in your phone or PC anytime you want. In fact, we're talking real build and Unreal Engine 5 in looks this time, with the full aerial combat that's actually a core part of the gameplay, not just a gimmick. Also, not to mention the whole new world compared to the first time being about 35 times bigger than the first time. If NCSoft doesn't fumble this one as well, we think Aeon 2 could actually pull MMO players back in once again. Pretty big game on Android already with nearly 1 million players online.
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
Do you all remember the game Among the Sleep on mobile? You know, the beta test? It's now actually coming out fully with some much better handle this time. And yeah, this one's not your typical jump scare horror adventure game. It really hits different. You see, you're literally playing as a toddler, which already makes everything about 30 times more uncomfortable. There's no weapons, no fighting back. You're just crawling around in the dark while nothing almost feels right, which that alone gives it a pretty unique vibe most horror games don't even get to touch. If the mobile port keeps the performance clean at launch, this could easily become one of the best. So yeah, maybe don't play this one alone at night. Pixel Gun 2, however, feels like someone took classic arena shooters, dropped them into a blender, and went to town with it. It's a not slow tactical first-person shooter with short matches, maps, builds that constantly evolve in the middle of the fight. Sort of like Apex, and that's the hype. Nothing stays the same. Not the map, not your loadout, not even the meta. Cross-platform, quick sessions, full-on one more match energy, and if this one lands right as well, this could be dangerously addictive. Right now, it's actually scheduled to come out August. On another hand, Prime Rush is trying to mash Battle Royale and extraction shooters into one. And so far it's vibing pretty cool, pretty smart in fact. See, you're not locked into just last squad standing. You can play it like a classic BR or grab your loot and dip early like an extraction game, which alone already gives it more variety than most mobile shooters. The vibe is pretty different too. It's heavy Brazilian style, the characters, the setting, which usually makes it stand out and starts just feeling like another generic clone. And it's got potential. Most importantly, it's just set to come out soon. Maybe actually by the end of May. Don't Starve Together is also finally hitting mobile. That's right. Not Don't Starve, the Pocket Edition, however, but the expansion that came out a year later, the multiplayer game. It's now coming out to Android and iOS. When it does, it's gonna be huge. I mean, it won't even need to be a paid game, in my opinion. This is just one of those survival games that already has a reputation on PC. Like, seeing it coming to Android with Playdigious handling it, that's actually a solid sign that this won't be some lazy port either. And yeah, it's actually co-op survival at its core, for those of you who missed it. If they actually nailed the performance, this could easily be one of the finest heavy hitters of 2026. Farming Sim 26 is officially hitting to mobile this May 19, bringing the Giants' newest in the long-running Farming series to Android and iOS. And so if you're into slower, more relaxing side of simulation games, this one's looking to deliver a lot of, plenty. Farming Sim 26 is also featuring 2 different maps, one based in Europe, another in America, along with weekly and seasonal farming challenges to keep things interesting. There will also be over 150 licensed machines from real brands. And you'll also be able to raise animals and offsprings, adding more layer to the farming life experience. It'll be a paid game, however, taking about $8. number 13, for those of you who missed it, Genshin Impact developers had taken a very small break from saving galaxies and slaying gods and whatnot to give you something a little softer, go by the name Petite Planet. It's a life sim where you literally just build your own world. It's like sort of Animal Crossing, but floating in space, prettier. It's also a lot of forming, decoration systems, cozy customizations just down to the tiniest of details. And the goal is to reshape your planet, design it, and even invite players to hang out and just have fun. It's equal parts chill and creative and looking like MiHoYo's most peaceful game yet. Check it out, it's set to be coming out June this year. Drova Forsaken Kin, we think is one of those mobile RPGs that immediately feels serious. By that I mean, it's not playing around, it's pretty hard. It's a pretty grim, Celtic-inspired action RPG in a pixel art world with harsh environments, and the sort of tone where you start off as basically nobody. From there, the game fully expects you to earn everything. Like you're constantly learning, adapting, and surviving off what you can figure out in the world. Combat's another big thing. It's not spammy, it's flow-based. It's pretty hard, legitimate, and more of that old school RPG with modern depth type of games.
But mastery can only be measured against real...
Number 15, it is Racing Master, and this one's been cooking for many years, and now it's finally hitting global on May 8th this year, except it's already out in over 80% of the regions, so if you're still not able to play it, just wait another couple of weeks. And you can. Racing Masters, we think, is not your usual mobile racing game. You might not like it because it's a full-on sim. You actually feel the weight of the car, the grip, the way it slides. It demands a lot of focus. You've got real race cars plus real tracks, look kind of insane, and the Unreal Engine's doing a lot of things. But the real talk is that it ain't casual. You gotta learn it, respect it, and if you're into proper racing and not just arcade racing, this is easily one of the best mobile games right now. Bunker in the Mist Molot is just simply retro survival horror in a bottle. No weapons, no safety net, it's just you, a flashlight, and this bunker that feels like it's actively trying to forget that you exist or make you believe it. The idea, in fact, is trying not to fall apart mentally. In fact, the old PSX style visuals actually help a lot with the vibe. Just makes everything feel a lot more uneasy. Anyway, if it lands right, this is one of those good puzzle horror games that gets under your skin fast. Does any of you remember the game Shotgun Chess we talked about before on the channel? Well, that creative game has a sister from another mother, and it's called Gambonanza. It's just classic chess to begin with, but on roguelike rules, where you can rewrite rules and creates just non-stop mayhem on the board as you go. So you're not just putting pieces in check, but haunting, smashing boss fights there, leveling up between rounds for some bigger combos. It's chess, but ridiculous in a good way. And if you say liked games like Balatro or obviously Shotgun King, well, Gambonanza takes that energy and sort of turns it up to 11, coming out May 1st. And last but not least, we've got Nine Kings, which is that one more run type of game, but it's also dialed into full strategy. It's a roguelike auto battler where you're not just fighting, you're building a broken kingdom and you're doing it on purpose. Cards, buildings, spells, units, everything stacks into these ridiculous combos where you either become unstoppable or you get wiped out even trying. That's the hook. It's not a balanced game, so to speak. It's not clean. It's built to be broken in interesting ways and, randomness. Each king even plays differently, so you're not just repeating, you're doing trial error and learning as you go. The luckier you are, the better run you're gonna be having. Check it out, it's coming out June. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know if I've actually missed something pretty good. I'll see you again tomorrow. Cheers.